All right, guys, welcome to the inaugural HardBody Chronicle podcast. This is something that just recently started and coincides with the brand that I've created, which is just HardBody Ltd, HardBody Limited. It's a clothing and lifestyle brand that I've created, and I'm doing this just to kind of add to the concept of what I've done. Right. So essentially what it is just it's just a clothing line. Uh, I've got a few designs that I've already created. And well, the prominent ones you can see a lot of the time is kind of the three pyramids with the North Star, usually with hard body underneath it. That's kind of the main concept. That's the logo, essentially. When I mix it up, usually might change the text out for something else, or I'll stop the logo somewhere. So, well, that's the main idea. And so that's going to be the logo for the brand. Really, this all started as a joke. Uh, I'm a fan of a lot of brands out there. Hypebeast stuff, Supreme, that kind of thing. But I noticed a lot of stuff they make, I actually wouldn't even really wear. Like it's just kind of collectible. Uh, would I wear it on the daily or the regular? Probably not. It's not, not. I mean, their concepts are cool and interesting. Um, they're hyped up a lot. They resell for a lot of money. That's great. That's cool. But the thing is, at the end of the day, a lot of people who buy that kind of stuff don't even wear it. They just put it in the closet. And I don't know, pull it out once in a while, look at it, and then put it back in the closet. Um, so it was just kind of something that I didn't really want to partake in. I mean, I like Jordans, I like shoes and all that good stuff. Yeah, I'll buy 2 or 3 Jordan 11s and just keep them there. But that's eventually I'm going to wear them. I'm not necessarily just going to hoard them and hope that they're going to resell or anything like that. The money's not really an interest in me in the reselling unless you resell, you know, many times what the normal person buys to hoard, then you're really not going to make a lot of money. I mean, you got to buy like 3 of one pair to make back that pair that you want to wear. So it just kind of depends. So yeah, like a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing out there is cool, but it's never been something that I actually wanted to wear. I mean, a lot of stuff that I wear now is pretty basic. I mean, even what I'm wearing now. I mean, this is a Nike shirt, just burgundy color, simple. Part of it's I'm probably just too old to wear that shit. Like, I mean, they got some cool pieces here and there, but a lot of just can't really. The kids love it; it's all good, but to me, I really wouldn't make that a part of uh, the standard, uniform that I would wear out and about on the streets. So, yeah, I mean, I think as I got older, a lot of the stuff out there never really got my interest. So what I started to do was I actually just Googled, just like anybody else, like how do you print on a shirt? Because there's a lot of companies out there that do it for you, right? Like en masse, like they're set up. They're just companies dedicated to fucking Bob's Carpentry or whatever, like handyman, like they'll just slap it on a shirt, call it good, for the company. But I was actually curious as to how you actually did it. I mean, that's just me. I always like knowing how things are done, how they're made, how they're created, and just went down that YouTube rabbit hole of screen printing. I mean, that's what it is. Every everything you buy out there is essentially screen printed. You buy a Nike shirt, Adidas, any brand, the design that's on it is screen printed, and it's used. They all use the same actual material. It's just a plastisol ink. So, I researched the actual process of how to do it for yourself, and surprisingly, it's not that complicated, but it does take some practice. It takes a good amount of technique to actually execute it on a garment. So you're not going to do it overnight. It's something you really got to practice. You're going to burn some money, just like anything, any kind of hobby that you have out there. You're gonna waste some money trying to just learn it. But I eventually did learn it over the period of a few months. Just kind of just like anything that I do. I have a hobby. I usually kind of I go all in with that hobby, and I learned it. And it's not just the actual screen printing process. It's the whole design element. So not just the process of learning how to use a manual silk screen press, but also designing in Photoshop, finalizing in Adobe InDesign, and just creating the transparencies and exposing the silk screen and the emulsion and the lighting and all that. So just all that. It's a process. I won't get too into it right now. Maybe at a later date, might show kind of what's entailed and all that. And then you can just make your own fucking brand. It's all good. It's whatever. Do whatever you want. Just get creative. That's pretty much what I did. So so I started it. Essentially, a lot of these streetwear brands, they'll buy blanks, buy a gilded shirt, put their logo stuff on it, and sell it for 30, 40, $50 a pop. When it's really that shirt costs about maybe $5, $8 depending on the quality of it. There's different tiers that they have. So the higher end is obviously going to cost more, but it's a better product in the end. So it just kind of depends what you're trying to do. But you can get your basic gilded shirt for maybe $3 or $4, and slap your brand on it. It's all good. That's pretty much what I did. It's no secret what this is. It's just kind of my own twist on it, on that whole concept, right? Like this all came about because the brands out there weren't really that interesting to me. They were making some okay stuff, but like I said earlier, not really something that I would wear. So as a result, I made stuff that I want to wear. So you guys have probably noticed. It's not the stuff that I've put out. It's not the most. It's you can categorize it almost as kind of being generic, but there's a few things that I think kind of stick out, and I'll get into those later. But for now, that's kind of why I started it, and it's been pretty fun. And actually, I post stuff up, and people show interest. Like, hey, where can I get that? And I've sent out a few prototypes here and there to people, and they're really appreciative of me doing that. So I've been getting a lot of love, and hopefully, I'm not sure, maybe within the next year or so, we'll probably expand a little more, put out more stuff. I'm trying to work on a storefront. Not have massive quantities, but just enough to do a few runs here and there. Just kind of gauge interest. I'm not out here, to take over the industry or anything like that. That's a pretty lofty goal, but I'd like to make some noise. That's kind of my end game, and I'll talk about that a little later. But but part of the reason I'm doing these podcasts is to put out the brand out there, and also in this day and age of social media, you constantly got to update. And I was trying to think, well, it's like I'm not big enough to where people just come to me. But um, if I tie this brand to something else, and like I said earlier, I'm trying to do like a whole lifestyle thing. So if I do the apparel, if I do like a podcast and tie it all together, and who knows what else will come up. But if I, you know, uh, combine those things, it'll help establish a presence out there in the online world. And that's, I mean, for example, if you have a Facebook business page, they want updates constantly. Like they'll be like, hey, your audience hasn't heard from you in a while. What's up? It's like, dang man, like it's not like I'm doing a design every day. Like it's not, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to bombard everybody and just produce shit. Like this is all supposed to be something that I like, and I'm trying to produce quality. So I've kind of set the foundation for the brand, and now it's time to kind of put it out there a little more. And that's why I'm incorporating this podcast to the HardBody brand. It's not something that's tied to my own personal pages or anything like that. Reason being is it's a way for me to address the people out there that are interested in the brand, and also a way for me to keep my social media updated. So this is all kind of, it's all calculated, it's all planned, but at the same time, I do look forward to putting all this stuff out there for everybody to see, and see what kind of feedback I get from people. And that's why we're here. That's why we're starting this thing. Where it's going to go, no idea, but got to start somewhere. So that's where we're at. So yeah, so far you guys seen the main logo? Put it up again. Our body right there. We got the Giza pyramids and the North Star, and there's a lot of symbolism there. I'm not going to get too into that. I'll let you figure that out for yourself. It's hard. That's, for me, that's part of the fun. You know what I'm saying? But um, it's pretty straightforward. That's the logo. HardBody's a brand, and yeah, I mean, I got short sleeves. I got long sleeves. I got some hoodies. I'm kind of messing around with the whole switching the O with the logo, and testing that out. I've already burned some screens that have both of those elements incorporated. I'm kind of swapping here and there, trying to see what works. And when I actually put up that storefront, you'll see exactly what I've been working on. But like I said earlier, the whole point is to establish this foundation, right? Like it's kind of, what to expect with a brand. Um, yeah, so that's where we're at. I haven't really, yeah, I kind of want to stick to the theme that I have going now. If this thing actually takes off and I have more time and more resources to create maybe some other designs or maybe not designs, but maybe more different concepts, I'll do it. Did you recall, some of you guys saw my initial prototype of the Zangief hard body shirt, and I got a lot of, I mean, the feedback I got for that was insane. And really, again, that was something that I did myself, because a lot of brands, I mean, there's like, what was it, like Unique Low did like a Street Fighter line, and that was cool because they did a lot of, uh, they put a lot of official Capcom artwork, and I mean, that's cool. Just put on the Street Fighter 2 logos and all that old school Ryu and Ken, and the artwork, which is always looks good. But I wanted something a little more edgy, a little more in your face. And as you guys can remember, I put up the Zangief with the hard body underneath. And so I mean, you put those two things together, it kind of makes sense, and it's like, oh shit, that's kind of tight. That was essentially the feedback that I got. And and then on the back it said grappler, which one is an ode to the character type in Street Fighter. So if you're a grappler, you got Zangief, obviously, T-Hawk. So it's like those kind of characters. It's a grappler type. They play a certain way. It's not like Ryu, who's a fireball character. He's got a lot of options. Zangief, T-Hawk, they got to work their way in to do the damage. So And also too, it also coincides with the fact that I myself am a grappler. I've been doing no-gi, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever you want to call it, for a long time now, like a third of my life essentially. So that's a big part of me. So when I combine those two things together, it got a pretty good reaction. So, but from there, that's where I designed the HardBody logo. Just because messing around in Photoshop and InDesign, I was trying to teach myself the technologies out there. So at some point, I will return to doing maybe Street Fighter concepts because, like I said, this is for me. I play Street Fighter competitively, not well, but I'm still trying to keep at it. So I answer tournaments and all that. I travel for the game, so I'm in it. I'm in the scene. And I'm trying, and a lot of the stuff out there off the rack just doesn't really appeal to me. And this has got more of an edge to it. The black and white or the white and black, the old English font. It's pretty. It's you notice it right away, like, and that's what I like. It's like, oh shit, like what is that? People ask me what's going on, where do I get that? It's like, so it gets a reaction. I see people looking at me, and they're kind of wondering what the hell's going on. So yeah, I've got a few ideas that I'm gonna put out later. But like I said, right now, it's really just it's establishing the brand that I've created, the HardBody name, the HardBody and the HardBody logo. For now, I want to get that out there, and then as we progress, then I'll put up more concepts, and I'll go back to the Zangief concept that I had, and maybe some other Street Fighter stuff, and just stuff that I actually enjoy. Could be MMA related, grappling related, jujitsu stuff. Movies that I like, anime that I like, music that I like, that kind of thing. It's stuff that I like that I would want to see through my lens, right? Like I want to put my twist on it, and that's kind of the thing that I've got going on regarding my designs and my concepts. So we'll see. We got time. I'm not in a rush. I'm not doing this um, to necessarily make money, but it's just more of a passion project for now. If it makes money, it's all good. If it can pay my bills, even better. But I'm being realistic about it. This is more of a passion project that I'm doing. If I want to share my concepts, my art with my people, and if it goes beyond that, then that's a blessing. I'll take it. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at with the current concepts that I've got that I've been working on. So there's another thing that I want to discuss. Well, what the fuck does hard body mean, right? Like, um, yeah, because the funny thing is, hard body is not even really a common slang term. I think the last time I even heard anybody say it was probably Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne is not even that relevant nowadays, unless you're maybe my age. But um, hard body is just the idea behind it is that if you come at somebody hard body, what I'm saying? It's like you're all in, you're 100%. You're not fucking around. I mean, you've given yourself to that. So but if you're hard body about work, your art, your crafts, your family, whatever it is, you're pretty much 100%. You're 100% about it, and you're all in. And then you're interested in expressing that to people that this is something that I care about. This is something that I'm passionate about, and that's really all hard body means. And yeah, I mean it's just kind of like a mindset, essentially. Both mind and body. I mean, you need the two things to be in balance, and if they're not, then you're gonna have some problems. And that's why I kind of want to encompass this thing as like a whole lifestyle situation. So um, that's where that name came from. And to be honest, when I wear like the shirts that say hard body, right across the chest, the looks I get are pretty interesting. I think a lot of people are like, hard body, what the fuck does that even mean? And then it's like the old English too. It looks, what the fuck is that? It's like it's kind of it gets people's attention. Um, and if you know the slang, you know what's up. So it's like, okay, it's like it does get attention. It draws some stares, and I know if maybe if they knew where to buy it, that they'd be like, hey, I'm gonna check this shit out. So like I said, I'm kind of slowly building all this stuff together in terms of social media and whatnot. I got the Instagrams and the Facebook stuff and Twitter set up, but I mean, at some point I got to sell this shit, so that's kind of where we're at. So I mean, the term itself, I mean, um, it can be interpreted in a lot of ways. And that's also the thing that I like about it. I know what it means to me, but to you, it might mean something completely different. It might be some stupid shit, but that looks cool. So, so that's what's up. So it's all good. I mean, it's just, yeah, like I said, I just want to put it, like I initially, you know what? I actually didn't have any other alternate names for the brand. Like when I started this, whole screen printing thing, HardBody was essentially like if I was gonna label something or brand something, it was always HardBody. Which is now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of funny. I didn't really have a backup. This is it pretty much. So if I could just go with it. So here we are. So yeah, that's pretty much it. The goal is just to develop somewhat of a lifestyle brand um, with the HardBody Chronicle thing that I'm working on now, and this is it. So it's a way for me to keep people updated. Also, a way for me to reach out to the fans out there on the page, and also gives you something to do in terms of updating the page. This whole thing, I've been playing with the idea of having some kind of podcast, and just never really executed. But now here we are. I'm actually set up. I got the webcam and the headset, hella professional looking and shit. So uh, yeah. So this is the first episode. This is all new territory for me. Hopefully, we can keep this going. I'll probably have some guests later on. But in the meantime, I'll probably just discuss certain things that have been on my mind, or current events and whatnot, the things that I care about or find interesting. I'll probably just um, try to set aside half an hour to talking about that stuff, and then, like I said, maybe have some guests. So this is all very fluid. I don't really have a set game plan, but I figure I just try something and put it out there and see what's up. And depending on the feedback I get, we'll just keep it going. Or if not, I'll just do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do, because that's just how I get down. So it's all good. But all the love that you guys send, also always appreciated. All the love that I get when I put up my concepts on Instagram, and people show interest, all the likes. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot. It shows that I've got some reach. And the things that I make have some appeal. And I just like sharing that. It's another way for me to share my art, another way for me to express myself. In this day and age, it's kind of difficult set time aside to do the things that you find important. Like in terms of, and I mean creatively. Like it's when I was a kid, I used to like drawing and that kind of thing. But as I got older, it was just harder and harder to find the time to do that kind of thing. But now, with this whole HardBody concept, the HardBody brand, uh, I've kind of gotten back into that. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. It's helped me out both mentally and helped me kind of ground myself a little more. Just get away from the grind of day-to-day work and whatnot, and responsibilities and all that. So having that outlet is huge. So again, just this is all about balance. Mind and body. It's got to be balanced. Otherwise, you're gonna have issues. And HardBody is just about being 100% and finding all that makes you happy. So that's good for now. So yeah, I'm gonna put this up, see what kind of reactions I get. Like I said, I appreciate everybody. Appreciate you if you listen to this whole thing with me just rambling. But like I said, it's all love. Blessings to everyone out there. Take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and do what you love. I'll talk to you guys later. Blessings.